Hi. Today I don't have any notes with me. I basically read a book and I didn't take notes. I just started reading it and I really liked it and I really need to talk to you about it. So, hi, how are you? I hope you're doing okay and I hope everything's going good for you. Recently, I've been in a binge of mystery and thrillers and murder mysteries type books, and I've been loving them. I've been loving discovering new authors through this binge episode that I'm going through. I've been loving discovering new genres that I like, new timelines that I like, and just new shit, just new shit to entertain my very disturbed brain. And along the way, let me paint you a picture. I was laying down contemplating stuff, and then I was scrolling down YouTube and I found an audiobook, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna start reading you, and I did. And why is it not hyped? I am in so many book clubs and I'm disappointed that it's not everywhere in the book clubs, because it seems like it has the combination of everything that everyone likes. So let me hook you up. So imagine this, okay? Your name is Hannah, you're a pretty little cute bitch, and you go to college, go to high school, and you're shy, you're introverted, you're antisocial, you're awkward, you're weird, you're just you. You're not like the other girls without it feeling like it's forced. You're actually not like a lot of people. And you meet someone and she makes you feel special. She makes you feel wanted and needed and loved and pretty and interesting and smart and just fun to be around. And you absolutely fall in love with her, and now you have a best friend. And then you both go to a Halloween party and you meet a boy called Thomas, and you instantly like him. And then you start having a threesome. And then your friend, Scarlett, her name is, suggests a game of truth and dare, but it's only theirs, which would involve every player giving one other player a dare, and if they do it, good. If they don't, they will get a punishment. It starts, it's fun until something horrid happens, and the game has to stop until years later, 16 years later to be exact, the game follows them back. So this was Don't You Dare by Jessica Hamilton. Let me tell you, I've never heard about the author, I've never read from the author, I've never seen the book. It was a total coincidence. It was just an impromptu pick-up read, and I loved it, finished it in about 2 nights, and I would have finished it earlier if I didn't have shit to do. I loved it. So the plot is what I just told you, and it gets progressively better and better. So it's not split into actual parts, the chapters that is, but it feels as if it is parts of someone's life. I loved it so much. The timeline, we have 2 timelines. The POV is from Hannah all the time. So the timeline goes from then, when she was in high school, meeting Scarlett, meeting Thomas, starting the game, creating the game, starting the game, stopping the game, and everything that had happened during the game. And now in 2018, 2019, that's the present timeline that we got, is her in a completely different life with a family. And one person, I don't remember if this was in summary or not, and I don't want to spoil, one person from the game comes back into her life, and the game follows them again, and it starts again. The game itself was so entertaining. It definitely, especially in the later parts of the book, which was like what made me want to sit down and talk about the book the way I'm talking about it, what actually like made the book work for me. The middle to last part of the book, it had a huge Pretty Little Liars feel. I love Pretty Little Liars. That show, I've never read the books, I know. That show though is a kryptonite. That show is 100% my guilty pleasure. I watch and rewatch and I'm not ashamed. I still rewatch it to this day. I know everything has happened and I still rewatch it. I don't like the later seasons, but I love the earlier seasons and I still rewatch it a lot. So I really enjoy it. And the last part had an A character feel, how A sends the messages and keeps talking them and blah blah blah. They have to go out and do stuff and blah blah blah. It had a huge A feel, and I absolutely like swallowed that shit up, like gobbled it up. I loved it so much. The writing was super fast, super intriguing, interesting. I love the layout of the story. I love the progression of the story. I love the building of the character. They were maddening and enraging, and also understandable and wholesome at the same time. And I love the love interest. We have a love triangle, we have a Ménage à Trois, we have a sapphic love interest, the love stuff happening, we have a forbidden romance, we have a lot of stuff. And then it's something that I wouldn't say it's not predictable. It definitely is predictable. I predicted it as soon as we started getting into the later chapters, but it is still surprising. It's still very intriguing, still very thrilling, still very, very good. It surprisingly worked amazingly well for the month of October, this book. I really, really, really enjoyed it. If you like thrillers, if you like forbidden love, if you like forbidden romance, if you like obsessive people, if you like just reading about unhinged, obsessive people, this book would definitely be for you. Every aspect of it worked. The romance aspect worked. The mystery aspect worked. The thriller aspect worked. Especially by the end, my man. Like, the later chapters, and I mean like the last 10-something chapters, it's not like to the very end chapter. The last 10-something chapters worked, and they were so thrilling, and they intrigued me, and I kept wanting to read and read and read and read, but also not wanting to, because it kept giving me heart palpitations, and it kept like exciting me too much. And I really, 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 really enjoyed it. Everything worked. Nothing was lacking. It's not like I've been reading, like I said, a lot of mystery, and a lot of them worked in the mystery aspect, lacked in the romance, worked with the romance, lacked in the mystery, worked in the thrilling, but the romance felt forced. So, you know, it's an interesting combination to have to perfect, but this one truly perfected it, and it really deserves more hype. So I hope if you come across this, you pick it up and tell me what you think. The characters were well built, maybe not as much as they should have been built, but they were enough for a 200-page book. It's 250 something. It's not a huge book, and it's very fast-paced. So they were built enough for the length of the novel. The story progressed beautifully. I loved it. It was so unhinged. I absolutely enjoyed everything about it. I really, really cannot find anything bad to say about this book. I just wanted to share it with you. So that's that. If you do read it, please let me know and tell me what you think. If you have any suggestions, please let me know, and I'll make sure to check them out. I am going to do another Reading Your Recommendations soon, and I already have books planned for Reading Your Recommendations, but if you do have recommendations, please do let me know, and I'll definitely check them out and include them in a video. So thank you so much for everyone that recommended stuff to me before, and thank you so much for watching. I truly, truly hope you give this book a try. It really deserves more hype. It deserves more that it's getting. It's not getting much. It's not getting much, and it deserves a lot more. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'm gonna see you next video.